because the company must have had a meeting recently. The bosses must have said it's going to be a few years now until the next Bond film is out. So what are we going to do at Aston Martin to generate some headlines in the meantime? And what they must have decided is to make a car that is as good as a car can be.
Yeah, now they weren't talking about making a racing car, because in racing there are rules about how big the engine can be and what sort of tyres you can use.
Yep, and they weren't talking about making a road car, because then it would have to meet emissions regulations, it would have to have comfy rubber bits in the suspension, and all that stuff would just slow it down.
Yes, exactly. They wanted to make a car that adhered to no rules and no regulations. So they have. This is what they came up with. It costs £1.8 million. And it's called the Vulcan. Spectacular, isn't it? But not very practical. Ow! Ah! Oh, God. How are you? No. Ah! No, I'm totally stuck. Oh, yeah. You will be able to edit this out, won't you? I don't want people thinking I'm fat. Right, I'm going to pop it into gear now. You may hear this a little bit. Good, first. Foot on clutch. And now it's time to fire up the 7-litre V12. It's quite normal. When I got going, things didn't get much better. Even at slow speeds, it is quite loud in here, which is why I'm wearing this silly face microphone so you can hear what I'm on about. The noisiest part of this car, however, is not the engine. That's the brakes. They are quite squeaky. Actually sounds like I'm stamping on a piglet. And things get worse when you put your foot down. I'm not going to say that it's like being attacked by a bear, because it isn't. But it is like being in a room with a bear that's thinking of attacking you. And at the moment, I've turned the engine down on this knob here to its minimum setting. It's only producing 500 horsepower. So it's not really the speed that's scary. Oh, God. It's the noise and the harshness and the vibrations. It's not a very well-equipped car either. The windows don't wind down, for instance. There are no toys at all. And you only get half a steering wheel. However, there is one amazing thing you get for your £1.8 million. An all-expenses-paid trip to a racetrack of your choice, where an Aston Martin test driver will teach you how to drive your car, not with the engine wound down to 500 horsepower, but with it turned up to the max. Producing 820 horsepower, and the speed just beggars belief. The bear is in attack mode. The figures say it'll do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, and has a top speed of about 208 with that wing on the back. But it feels a hell of a lot faster than that. Oh, God!
The other thing you get for your money is a squadron of mechanics. But sadly, not a handbrake.
Right, what I've done now is I've taken the steering wheel off, so I can't put it in gear to stop it rolling away. Oh, God. Ugh! Ugh! Ugh!
When I'd finally got it to stop, the jacks were deployed and the mechanics set to work.
That's the thing about the Vulcan. Wing angle, roll bar, suspension, brakes. Everything can be adjusted to suit your personal taste.
After 10 minutes of pretending I knew what they were doing, I was back on the track. And the car felt just as bonkers as it had done before.
However, I've changed. I've been driving this thing now, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, and I'm starting to understand it. I'm starting to get used to it. I'm starting to trust it. Now I'm starting to understand why the Vulcan could go around the Nardo handling circuit in southern Italy 9 seconds faster than the McLaren P1. 9 seconds in car time. That's a year.
You get phenomenal mechanical grip in the low-speed corners, and then on the isn't straight, you've got a 1.5 tons of downforce thanks to its aerodynamics.
Then you have the power from the engine, which feels more old-fashioned, proper. I'm surprised it doesn't have carburetors. I love this thing very much.
And what I love most of all is that it's not a test bed. It's not an example of what cars will be like in the future. It's a celebration of what they were like in the past. What it is old-time rock and roll.